Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve Leetcode problem 43, which is multiply strings. So in this problem we have been given two integers, number one and number two, which both are strings, and we need to convert them to we need to multiply them, and we need to return them back as a string. So, and also in the note they have written that we should not be using any BigInt library to directly convert a number from integer to string. So while I was solving this problem, I did this problem with when I was working with integer. I faced an issue with law with the variables uh, which were having a precision of long. So I tried it out with long, and then I reached to a test case up to 118 out of 301, I guess. So then when I converted it to big decimal, since I did not have to use any of the inbuilt function, I had to find out ways how I can convert it. And once I was able to convert it, and then when I did the multiplication, I was able to pass all the test case scenarios. So let me just go ahead and walk you through the implementation that I have written. The implementation here is like I take the first number, I get the big decimal equivalent. So the way that I do it is I pass the same number as a string to the function. Okay, I initialize the first the integer equivalent to be 0. Okay, then I loop through the entire string. I pick one digit or one string character at a time, or let's say if I pick this one, let's say 2. So the like if the input is 2 over here, so initially the integer equivalent would be, in our case, 0. Okay, and then it will go digit will be number of, so 0.2 character array would have an character array of a single instant of 2. So we'll first do a integer equivalent, which will be integer equivalent dot be into 10. So this will be 0 into 10. Okay, so it will be 0. Then we'll do integer equivalent dot add. So we'll add it. So digit minus of 0 would give you the integer equivalent of that particular number. So here it will be a string of 2 minus of character special character 0 would give you nothing but 2. So if you do the math, you'll get 2. So that is what is the required output that we want, and that is what will return it back to the calling function. Same thing will happen with 3, and then it's basically like 2 multiplied by 3, which is 6. So we get the answer 6, and then we do 6.2 string. We convert that 6 to string. Here they haven't mentioned anything about converting back to, like, not using an inbuilt function. So I just use the big decimal dot two in the two string. So that's how I get the answer over here. So if I just comment it out, and when I run the code here, so this was the last input that I was facing issues, where I had started using a long, and since this length was this argument length is greater than what the long precision is, that's where I decided to use big decimal. So because I knew that big decimal is the way in Java to handle large inputs with more precision. So that is why I started using big decimal in this particular problem. So if we submit this particular code, it will pass all the test cases, and we will be able to we see all the test cases are passed, and we solve this particular problem. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, guys. That's all for today.